Hey Jody, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
Good, 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 good. What's the weather like down there? Because it's weird up here at the moment.
It's rubbish. It's heavy showers on and off, and it's blowing a gale.
Yep, same here. It's like, what
Yep.
happened to summer? I thought it was here.
No,
Sucks.
no,
Sucks.
it's long gone.
Oh, please. Okay, Jody. So what I'm going to do is ask a few questions, and if you could share with the viewers where you were when you first came into the program, and what changed. Because I've seen massive changes in you. Like we couldn't even do a Zoom call to begin with, and you've learned technology, let alone other things. You'd never picked up a weight in your life, yet
No,
it's part of your lifestyle now. Like
yes.
amazing. Like I've seen so many changes in you and I'm so excited for you and happy for you and really excited to see where we can go now, right?
Yep.
So first up, why did you press on that link to have a chat with me in the first place? Well, where were you at then?
Okay, so about 12 months ago, both my girls left home at the same time. So I'm at home on the farm, but pretty much by myself most of the time. My husband works in town, and I've got two daughters, and they left home pretty much the same time, which is rough when you've been a parent for 20 odd years.
Totally agree. Yep.
Yep.
Relate to
So
that.
it's a bit of a grieving process. And I was heavy. I mean, I was 117 Ks. I was unhappy, not with my life, because I love my life, but unhappy with how I felt on the inside. My weight, I'd like look in the mirror and go, God, you're just gross. And I just felt like it was time to do something for me. Yeah. So and it was really scary. Like it's
Yes.
really scary to push on that link. And then Chrissy's going, I'll ring you up for a chat. I'm going, oh no, oh no, oh no.
It's like, oh my God, I've like stepped over the line now.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
And it's like you're right out of your comfort zone, right
Yep.
out of the comfort zone. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
But I
And
thought I needed to do something. I've done Weight Watchers, I've done weight loss programs all my life. I've always been heavy. I've never done one like this that's everything, not just your weight.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome. That's awesome, Jody. Okay, so we got started, and like I said, you'd never picked up a weight in your life before. Yet, we set you up with a program that was easy to follow,
Yep.
on an app that you were like, so like, I don't even know how to use this, but you know how to use it
And
now.
no, and I'm
Wow.
still learning. I'm still learning things. Like I learned how to do change your lunch from one day to the next the other day on my phone. I worked it out. I know.
You are nailing this. See, technology comes with it as well. And that in itself, like I think for women, we didn't grow up with technology and computers. We had no idea. So it's actually really overwhelming, all these kind of apps and these new things, new ways of doing things.
Yeah. Yep.
And that can kick you out of the ballpark way before you finish if you don't go, "Oh, I just need to learn how to use it, And
Yes.
I
Yeah.
remember one of my business coaches saying to me, because I was saying the same thing, I don't know how to use technology. And he said to me, because you have to learn.
Yeah.
Like if you want to do this, you've got to get good at it. And I went, oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll just get good at it.
Yeah.
Which you've done.
I'm not
Right?
saying I wouldn't say I'm good at it, Chrissy, but I know how to do it a little bit better now.
Yeah, you're great. Okay, so what kind of changes did you make? Tell me about your nutrition and your exercise. Like what sort of things changed?
Okay. Well, I was doing a lot of cardio, so I was doing a lot of walking, but it didn't seem to make any difference. And then when you started talking about weights, I've always been, well, being a farmer, I've always been quite strong. So I thought, oh, this will be all right. But it's a whole nother thing, isn't it? It's a whole nother beast when you've actually got to do squats and use weights
And
and
like you start to use muscles that you haven't used before.
that I didn't know that I had. Yeah. But I don't go to the gym. I do everything that I do from home. So I do because we don't live close to town. So I didn't want to be going to the gym every day because obviously I work on the farm. So I need to be able to do it around what I do here. So yeah, I've just got hand weights. I've got a 4 and a 5 and a one that I can change. So I can put that up to whatever I like. And I've got 3 kettlebells and pretty much, if you need to bench press, you've got a pretty solid coffee table. I just that's
So
actually part
good.
of it. Part of it, it makes it, you've got to be a bit creative, which is
Yep.
kind of cool. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is epic. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I love the fact, Jody, that you are like, I've just got to make this work. Like I just got to fit it in. I know I can fit it in. I know I can use that. I know I can do that. Right, I'm going to make it work.
Yeah. Well, you have to. I think like you talk about mindset a lot, and I think that's really important, because I think if you're not mentally in the game, you're wasting your time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I often
Yeah.
say, if you're not prepared to follow through on something, don't start.
No. And it's a big. Well, I haven't found it a big change. Once you work out how to do it, it just becomes second nature again. I think at the start, yes, it's daunting. Like it is, it's very daunting at the start. You think, oh man, I don't know how to do this. I don't want to do weights. It's, I don't want to do it. But I think when it becomes part of your everyday routine, it's just what it is, it's just how it goes.
So interesting. And, because I get this comment a lot. I need some motivation. Like, what do you need help with? I need to be motivated. Really? At the end of the day, it's consistency and discipline.
Yeah,
And
it's not.
that gets you
You create your own motivation. I think it's
yeah, right.
If you decide not to do it, then who does it affect? Nobody but you.
So true.
And if
true.
you want to cheat on your calories and that, who does it affect? Nobody. It doesn't affect you. It only affects me.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it must be so motivating seeing your weight just start to dive. Like you're eating a lot of food, right?
Yeah. I think that is a lot of it too. When you said at the start, people don't eat enough, I was sort of thinking, but no, when you first started me on 1750, I think I started, and I was like, man, this is actually a lot. Yeah. And I followed those meal programs for a start, and I was quite excited that there was a bit of chocolate in there now and then, because I'm quite a sweet tooth.
Exactly. And you can fit in you learned how to do it, right? To track your food, and you learned how to track in, I had, some bourbon and Coke or whatever you had, and I just made it work. Yep.
Yeah.
And I had that and I made it work. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
exactly.
Totally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so where we are now 6 months later, or 7 months later, is you finally got below 100.
I know, that's exciting. First, I started with week. I was like, I wanted to lose 10, and then to get below 100 was a massive. And gosh, that took a long time. I got to 100, and then not quite below, and it seemed that last few Ks before 100 seemed to be, it's hard work. But it was so motivating, seeing 2 digits on the scales, and then that just drives you to do better and be better, and yeah.
And that's where motivation comes from. It's like I was consistent.
Yeah,
I just followed the process. Just follow the process.
Yep.
Ask the right questions. You'll get the answers. Just trust the process, and it works. And then you're like, absolutely. I'm so motivated. You're like, for the next thing, like, wow, what can I do next?
Yeah, I actually think, because I'm on a deficit at the moment, and I think it's kind of cool trying to find foods too that are low in calories. Like it's it's quite a challenge. It keeps you like, my eldest daughter, she's a bit of a fitness freak too, and she's like, Mum, try these are like 5 calories for 100 grams. It's like, oh, give us a look at that.
Yeah, so it makes you more mindful of what you're eating, and it makes you look outside the square, and this is what I refer to when I say I'm going to teach you how to master your nutrition. So you'll go away from your experience, not that you're going away, but like from this experience, you've learned so much when it comes to nutrition, and it's a skill that you'll be able to have forever, right?
Forever. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah. And I do find, like, I don't go on those coaching calls because often I've got stuff on at that time, but I make sure that I watch them every week, and the stuff that you learn from the others as well as the stuff that you teach on there, just by not being involved but listening to it afterwards, I find like, and I listen to most of the time I actually put it on and go on the treadmill. I can watch it and go on the treadmill at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah, but I find some of those real good, actually, really Like then you don't feel like you're on your own, because I obviously don't go to the gym or anything, but I do it myself. But when you watch those, you're not the only one,
That's
you know?
exactly right, Jody. And that's one of the keys to this is, you'll realize that you've got a community around you and a tribe around you, and you're not the only one. You're not the only one
No.
experiencing these things and feeling the way, you did. And you're not the only one who's on this journey of learning and evolving. And that's really important to know that you've got these women who are in the same position as you on the same mission, working together. Yeah, it's really cool.
And I find too that no, and it's full credit to you, Chrissy, that no question's a dumb question. Like you can ask anything and it's okay, like it's no one judges you, no one, like I don't even know how to use the app, and that wasn't a problem. You're like, that's okay, we'll talk you through it. And it's just made you feel like you weren't like that, it was fine to ask anything you like even little things that you think I should probably know this, but it didn't matter. You could ask anything, and no one belittled you or made you feel small about it. You just got to ask, and that's pretty cool.
So I think it's so important to ask questions, because if you don't ask, you're never going to know the answer.
No.
And you did right. No question is a dumb question. And I always say that's a really good question. Yep.
Yeah. No. It's just been like, I look at some of my friends and I think, oh, you should be on this program that I'm on. But I mean, it's not something you say to people, is it? But
Well, they
no,
can
I think,
see. They must see. Like your husband is so proud of you, right? And your kids are so
yeah,
proud of you, and you're proud of you.
it was funny. We just had my husband's 50th, and I saw a lot of people I haven't seen for a long time, and no one seemed to know what it was. I got compliments on my shoes, on the shirt that I had on, and my hair being long. Everyone was sort of looking at me different, but not,
But not
going,
what it was.
what's happened here? Like, she's different, but I don't know how she's different. Yeah. It was quite funny. I didn't say anything to anyone. Like I didn't, I had a couple of people go, "You lost a shitload of weight," but like most people were just sort of looking at you thinking, "Now she's different," but I don't know how.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Wow.
Yeah.
But for you, you've changed, and that's amazing. So proud of you, Jody. So proud.
Thanks, mate. Couldn't
Awesome.
have done it without you, though.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
And I must say, you're very speedy on the, can you change this exercise for me, please?
I was sitting right there. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to change that one straight away. Perfect. Well, thanks, Jody. Thanks for sharing that. It's been amazing,
thank you.
Being on this journey with you. I get so excited. My reward is seeing your face and how much it's made a difference to you. And I just love that. So thanks for sharing that. There's some women who are really going to relate to this. 100%. And give me one sentence that embraces or explains your perspective so far on this journey.
I would probably say it's not hard. It's not hard. It's something that you can just amalgamate into your life and just carry on like normal. So it's not hard.
That's what I love to hear. Yep.
Yeah. That's probably what I would say.
Awesome.
I mean, some days, don't get me wrong, some days it is, but most of the time it's not. It's just second nature. It becomes second nature, and it's just,
It's not time consuming, and it's not a pain in the bum. It's just life. Yeah.
It is. Yeah. It's just a different way of living your life, and it's healthy, and it's great. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, thanks, Joe. Thank you for that.
Thank
Lovely
you.
to see you. I'm just going to press stop record, and then I'll catch you in a second. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Jody.
See ya.